that. Now I want to go, hopefully this works out to YouTube because the last few times I've had a hiccup and YouTube hasn't worked. But guess what? None of you knew it didn't work because I managed my mind and it's like, it's okay. Everything is figure outable. Remember that. Every single thing is figure outable. And remember the words impossible means I'm possible. And remember, you guys, as a community, we're unstoppable because we all have our strengths. We all have our weaknesses, but you combine it together, we're unstoppable. So as long as you're plugging in, you will be unstoppable. I'll tell you what. So we're going to cover this, you guys, because I can promise you once you realize literally the what we have here and the power of that is absolutely amazing. So I don't know why it's not showing my picture. Quite interesting. Anyway, we're going with it. Okay. So I did make some slides because I don't want to get off track and I don't want to spend a lot of time on this, but we're going to talk about this, you guys. So I really want to talk to you guys about the 5 steps that I took, right? And a lot of you guys know my story. And so I just want to kind of share with you briefly my story, right? So when I discovered this, you guys, I had been trying to make an income in network marketing. And I was on that struggle bus because I was trading time for dollars. The only way I would get a customer is if it was me having to find the people, me having to grind, right? That's the only way. And so I would spend a lot of time. And then when I would break away from working, when I'd go with my family, I was never present with them because if my phone went ding or something, I would pick it up because it could be a possible customer. I was living in DMs. That's why I do not DM, because you just don't need to make money. I can't even tell you how many 3-way calls and stuff I did. The reason I'm sharing this with you because when I discovered this, I was ready for a change. So I'm going to share with you how I went from looking at the mirror going, how did you get here? I thought it'd be way further along. I was super disappointed in myself. I honestly didn't know if I could make it work. And so how did I go from there to 6 figures in 6 months? And it's these 5 steps. Literally, it's these 5 steps that I took to build a very successful business without sacrificing time away from my family. Because time was the most important thing to me, you guys. Because you guys, what I've learned, this is the secret sauce right here. It's about getting good at doing a few things consistently. When I was trying to make an income in network marketing, I was everywhere. I was DMing, I was 3-way calling, I was everywhere. I couldn't get good at a few things because I was trying to do everything. So I want to give you a really great example. Let's say you want to learn to play a piano, right? Let's say you want to learn to play a piano. Are you going to focus on learning to play the piano? Or are you going to focus on learning to play the piano, learning to play a flute, learning to play a violin? Do you think you're going to learn more by focusing on 5 or 6 or 7 different instruments? Or would you get really, really good if you focus on one instrument? What do you think? Put in the comments. What do you think? Would you get better at one instrument or focusing on many? Because I'm telling you guys right now, the moment when I decided to focus just strictly on step by step this process in this blueprint and focus on nothing else, and didn't allow any other shiny objects to grab me. And I just decided to focus on getting really, really, really good at these main things. Everything changed. And I want you to use that comparison next time you're like, well, I don't know. No, you know as well as I do. If you wanted to learn to play piano, if you just focused every day on learning to play a piano, you could learn to play a piano. But the reason why you would never learn to play a piano is because you lose focus. So I understood that. I was like, what if I just applied that with this business? Right. And so that's one thing I'm telling you guys right now. I just got really, really good on doing a few things consistently. That's it. So I'm going to share with you what they are. Okay. So once you're getting really, really good on doing a few things successfully, you're going to create success. It just becomes easy. It's just once you just do that, it just does. And generating consistent results happens. I just got really, really good. So if you guys are willing to get really, really good on a few things, not a bunch of things, just a few things, success will happen. There's not a question that it can happen. Okay. So step 1, need to get people to discover you. Nothing drives me more insane. This is it. Nothing drives me more insane when somebody decides to market a business or product or service. And after 2 weeks, they're frustrated because nobody bought from them. And then they're like, oh, let me grab the next best thing. Maybe that's the thing. No, 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 no. The reason why you're not making money is you. That's it. You haven't learned how to get your customer to discover you. Marketing is what's holding you back from making money. So to learn to market in today's world, you need a process, right? It's not going to be just Googling or YouTubing. And so that's, again, I took this blueprint. I was like, I am literally going to follow this blueprint to a T. I'm not going to question it. I'm just going to follow it to a T, and I'm be very, very consistent with following it. So I knew I needed to market by getting my business discovered. So I needed to get people to discover me. So what's the best way to get people to discover me? Get to know my potential customers. What's their wants? What's their needs? Whenever I do a training call and I ask people, well, what does your customer want? What do they really need? What is their problems they have? How can you provide a solution? Most people can't answer that. You should be able to interrupt me and tell me what it is. There shouldn't be no pause and you having to think that, because there's no way you can create content that will stop the scroll. And so that was important to me. I was like, okay, I just got to get really, really, really good at getting my perfect customer to discover me. So to get discovered, I knew I needed to know where I was going, right? I had to have a vision. Without a vision, people perish. And I was like, I need to have a vision. Where am I going? Where am I going to take my potential customers? So that was important to me. I understood that I needed to know, to get people to discover me, they needed to know where I was going. And part of that included my story, because there's always that backstory to the vision you have, right? And so I just got really good at sharing my story. So that's the first thing, you guys. I needed to get people to discover me. I had a vision and I got really, really good. And then I decided to just go all in on TikTok. I didn't decide to just throw mud at the wall and see what sticks, which what I mean by that is I didn't just decide to post everything on TikTok and post everything on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook and just cross my fingers that it worked. I was like, no, no, no. I'm going to focus. I'm going to make TikTok the main thing. And I'm just going to focus on TikTok. I'm going to get really, really good at one, understanding the algorithms, at two, understanding the behaviors of my perfect customers that hang out on TikTok. And three, understand attraction marketing. Because there's billions of people. How can I attract them? And I realized if I just focused on one platform, really understanding it, that would help me, because then I'm not all over the place. So that was it. That was it for me. I needed it. So step one, I needed to discover, help people. I don't know why I keep on getting muted, guys. That is so crazy. Sorry about that. Anyway, so that's it on that part, right? Second, build my email list. I understood the power of email list. Can we really have a heart to heart on the power of email? I think it's amazing when somebody watches one of my videos and makes it to the end and here's a CTA. I'm like, wow, that's cool. Like I did a good job in the video that they went to the CTA. I was like, you guys, it blows my mind when people whine about the 200 Club. Like it baffles me. Like, go put 200 people in your living room. Then let's go 200. Think about that. And we whine about that. That's 200 people that didn't even know you existed. I think it's amazing. Like I was always so grateful. I never felt entitled for more. I felt I had to go earn more. So if I had one person make it to the end of my video, I was like, yes, yes, I got to create more of that. But here's where the next level happened for me. Holy crap, I did such a good job that they gave me their email, that they trusted enough in me to give me their email because they wanted to continue to learn from me. Now that's a different level. Most people take for granted that. I am so grateful. Getting somebody to believe enough in you and give you their email is a completely different level because you just entered their personal life. Because email is personal. So 1 email a day, you're doing great. 2 a day, you're doing really good. 3 a day, man, you're onto something. 4 a day, you're going to impact the world. That's 4 people a day. That like every day I was like, I can't believe it. I got 4 emails today. Like, are you kidding me? This is happening right now. 4 people believed enough in me to give me their email, which is their personal one, which is where they give their teachers, where they give their workers, where they give their kids, and they trusted enough in me. How many of you have ever looked at an email like that? Anybody? No, we're too busy whining because you only got 2 instead of being grateful that you got 2. That's why I'm having success, because I knew how amazing that was that I could get somebody's email. It's the moment you flip your switch of the way you look at things, everything changes. Okay, so email is huge. That is, you guys, I want you to look at emails completely different, because I'll tell you what, the moment somebody believes in you and gives you their email and want to hear more from you, that's another level. And you've done a really, really good job. Be proud of yourself. Because they're literally saying, I like you so much. Here's my email. I want to continue to hear from you. And I even tell people, hey, you're going to get an email from me every day. And they still give me their email. They liked us that much. So I understood the value and the importance of building that email list. Number 3, my customer's journey. If I didn't set up a standard for my customer's journey, then I'm going to have a lot of bad stuff on my comments, right? Because I knew every piece of content I put out there was my real estate. And if I didn't want to have my customers have a really good journey and experience, I'm going to be flooded with not good stuff, right? And so I understood the power of how do I want my customer from the moment they purchase from me, where do I want them to go, right? Okay. And how can I help them get there without them sacrificing time? So if you guys know, back when I started this, I started September of 2022. I made $7,000 my first month. And you guys, back in September when I started, we had 3 products. We had the $50 product, the $150, $300. The 600 is my number 1 selling product. And since we launched the 600, I've not gone over 31,000. Well, since the last 5 months, I've not gone over 55,000 a month. And my number 1 selling product is a 600. So I know I would have hit 6 figures in 90 days if I had the 600. I love the 600. But here's the thing. I made 7,000 with those 3 products. The 50, 150, 300. I turned around and made 14,000 my next month. Okay. And I made 22,000 my third. And here's why I want to share this with you. Okay. Because I was shocked by the success I was having. And I wanted to make sure my customers didn't slip through the cracks. So that's when I launched the community. No, sorry. That's when I started doing mentoring calls. And I would just email people. I'm like, hey, I'm going to do a mentoring when you get on. I'm going to kind of share with you what I've done to go 7,000, 14, 22. And people started showing up. And I was like, this is awesome. Right? So I understood their journey. And then that's when I launched the community. But I got to share something with you. And this kind of piggybacks off of email. Because I literally started on TikTok September of 2022. Prior to that, I thought TikTok was a dancing platform. I didn't know what I didn't know. Every single one of us have blind spots. And there's no shame in my game that I didn't have them. That's why I love the blueprint. I was like, I'm going to follow it step by step and learn these skills. What I love about TikTok today, so if you guys are brand new listening to me, like this is where you guys are so lucky, because TikTok today, they want you to hit 1,000 quickly. So the moment you start creating your first content, they will push you out to 400 to 800 people immediately. Because they're testing your content with the algorithms to try to figure out where to push all your stuff. So if you have like your first week, a bunch of videos and then you go down to the 200 club, that's normal. because they're done testing you. So now it's up to you, and they're kind of testing that algorithm that they have you going in. So you're going to hit that 200 club. That's normal. I didn't have that when I started. I had crickets. I mean, like I would post a video and get nothing. I was so grateful. You know why I was grateful? Because I sucked. My content sucked. I was nervous. I rambled. I was all over the place. So I'd be happy if only 200 people said that, because this is what I said every day. I'm going to get better tomorrow. I'm going to get better tomorrow. And maybe by the time 50 people see my stuff, I'm going to be better. Like there was never no shame in my game. I didn't want a bunch of people seeing my stuff at the beginning. I wanted to get better. I wanted to get better. I didn't care if I would have went 3 months with getting five views a day, because that told me, that was my gauge. Your content isn't good enough yet, Michelle. You got to get better with your message. So I had zero expectations. So I had one video in September just get pushed out to several thousand people, not tens of thousands, just several thousand. And my email list made 7,000. I was like, oh my gosh, emails work. And then October 7th, I had another video get pushed out again. And that's when I made 14,000. I didn't even hit 1,000 followers until the end of October. So I made 21,000 using TikTok, just focusing only on TikTok, not even 1,000 followers. Okay, here's what happened. 3 things happened. My followers started growing. My email list started growing. And my content, I call it real estate. I had more real estate out there. You guys realize your content makes you money. It's no different than if you had a bunch of real estate and you rented it. All those pieces of content out there are making you money every day. You might not just got paid yet. That's just a difference. But that real estate is out there, and they're always out there working for you. And that's why I loved using TikTok, because it doesn't go away. Like when you post on Facebook, it just goes away. Like it just, they only show the new stuff. TikTok, you can have a video that was 3 months old that get pushed out there. Now, here's the cool part. November rolled around, and I just hung out in the 200 club. I maybe had a few hit 400. No videos got big. Now, most of y'all would have came and whined and complained, and I'm the victim, and I'm shadow banned, and then that's why your content doesn't work. Me, I'm like, holy crap, that's 200 people a day. Yes, because I have another 60 other videos out there. And what if each of them are getting 10 people a day? Oh my gosh, how many people a day are actually seeing my stuff? I'd get fired up to be in the 200 club, but I made 22,000 that month and no videos went viral or with thousands of views. What's the difference? My email list. I understood at that point, the power is in the email list. Because I had been creating content since September, and my following was growing, my email list was growing, my content was growing, my email list. And then by this time, I had an opportunity that 6 weeks, 8 weeks, I was loving enough on them. I delivered enough value through my email list. People do business with people they know, like, and trust. And that was it. That's what hit me to 22,000. So I'm telling you, you guys, there will be months when you're going to get a lot of leads. There's going to be months you don't. But the money's made in the email. But it will never be made if you quit. If you get inconsistent. If you get caught out on the next thing. Oh, maybe if I add this. No. It's you. People buy from you. You don't need to add another product to get people to buy from you. You just need to get really, really, really good with your message. So I understood the power of my customer and their journey. And I was like, okay, I got to make sure. So then we started doing the weekly calls, right? And one call, and it was like the end of November of 2022. You guys, I had no idea what I was doing. But the difference is I was having a little more success than some of them. So I was like, what if I just teach them what I know? What if they learn to have a little bit more success? And what if we just do this together? And that's when I asked him on one of the calls, I said, what if I create a community? It was a 1,000% yes. Now, why did I create in school and not Facebook? Because I have zero control over Facebook, which what a blessing. Because guess what? My Facebook account was hacked in December. If I would have had our community, in Facebook, we would have lost it all. We would have lost it all. So that's why I chose school, because I pay for it. So as long as I pay for it, I got the control. It's a paid community and it's so worth it. So I decided to create a community because I had a vision. And that was, I knew if I could have people feel part of something with the right people and the right conditions and the right conversations, and if everybody had the exact same goal in mind, which was learning how to have a successful online business, and then I could create something where people can pour into each other. And if we all had the same mission, and if I put my heart and soul into this community, it could create other 4, 5, and 6 figures income earners. So that's what I did. I created the community. And I knew the moment I created it, I had to have a goal. And that goal was, I'm going to put 1,000 people in the community. Because I knew if I could work with 1,000 people, it would make me want to raise my standards and make me want to level up, right? And I knew the moment I did that, I could help people make 4 or 5, and together, because I wasn't making 6 figures yet, by the way. I was like, together we can make 6 figures. And I had this huge vision, and I just went out there and I shared it and I shared it and I shared it. And I just wanted to know, how do I want my audience to feel? I want them to feel heard. I want them to feel validated. I want them to know that they're not just buying something and I'm like, good luck. I wanted them to know that when they buy something, they have a community of people. And I understood the idea of international. So I was like, okay, so I got to have this community, because I want, when I'm sleeping and other countries are awake, I want them to be able to be included and feel part of this. So that's why I launched the community, out of pure heart and soul, and just my passion of making sure people could be part of something and could get their questions answered literally by going in and asking, instead of having to wait for me, because I'm one human, right? And then 5th, I went all in. I went all in. I was like, I literally, it was like I couldn't even go back. I drew the line in the sand, and I went all in, and I started going live, because you guys, I didn't even go live my first 90 days. So yep, made 7,000 my first month. Yep, didn't go live. Made 14,000 my second month. Didn't go live. I made 22,000 my third month, and I finally went live 5 times. I flopped. I was awful. I was scared. I went live like 5 minutes. But you know what I said when I got done going live? Well, the first few times I said I will never go live again. But then I was like, no, put your big girl pants on. You're going to go live again tomorrow, and you're just going to be a little bit better tomorrow. And then the next day you're going to be a little bit better. So I decided to go all in. And December 1st of 2023, I've literally committed to going live each and every day. Since December 1st of 2023, I've missed, I think, 3 days. This was the first Christmas I didn't go live. And I had 2 days in Mexico that I got little food poisoning, and I tried to go live and I couldn't. So other than that, I've never missed a day. Even on the days I didn't feel like it. I can honestly say I don't think I've ever had a day I didn't feel like doing my business. So that's really not good. But maybe days I was tired or had a lot going on. I've had to go live in airports. I've had to go live in crazy places, because I've committed to going all in. So many people build a business with the door open. The door open. The door open to go and leave the room. My door was bolted. I couldn't leave it. I went all in. Okay. The next thing, I had to find a mentor. Okay. This is something a lot of you don't know. Okay. Because a lot of you are brand new. The gal I bought from, crazy story, discovered her on Facebook, never met her. Amazing how, I don't know what you guys believe in. We're not going to go down there, but God, the universe, put her in my life. I needed to see it today because I was ready to receive that information. But I've never talked to her. I asked her one question. I was like, how does a company make money if we make 100% profit? She goes, oh, they do. They set up our website. I'm like, so there's no tech? And that's all I needed. But I knew she had different goals than me. So I knew she couldn't help me. So that's another reason why I created this community, because you might bring somebody into this community that has way bigger goals than you. And that's great. That's why community matters, because I had to figure it all out myself. Now, there's a lot of pluses to that, right? A lot of pluses, because I think that's what helped me grow quicker, because I couldn't depend on anybody. I only could depend on the person in that mirror. And so it made me have to get better, made me have to learn more, right? But I do understand the power of community, and it would have been nice at times. And so that's why when I made good money, made 712,000 my first year, and I was shocked. Like literally, I had a goal of 54,000 a year, by the way, because that's all I could see. Okay, that's the power of being part of a community. We're going to help you see more. And I knew if I'm going to make $1 million a year, I got to be mentored by somebody making $1 million a year. That's why another reason why this community is so important. Because if you want to learn how to make 4 figures or 5 figures or 6 figures, you guys got to be mentored by people making that. Just like Victoria. Everybody should have been on that call yesterday. She's made 6 figures in 5 months, working 100% around her schedule, her boys. Right? Listen to her. You can get to 6 figures this year. Right? And so that's what I love now, because our community is getting so big, 8,500 people on the time of recording this, right? And many are making 5 figures and 6 figures. You can be trained and mentored by them. So I understood the importance of that in this community. And so then what I do is I have a mentor to help me make $1 million, and then I get to pour on you what I learned from them. And that's what's so awesome. Again, that's the part of being part of a community, but it's also the part of going all in. Because so many of you are like, yeah, I mean, I'll give this 3 months. I hope it works. No, I went all in. I bolted the door. I couldn't get out. This was it for me. I was going to learn digital marketing. I was going to learn these skills. There was no looking back for me. And that's one my question, you guys. If you aren't having success, how are you really? Are you really going all in? Because that is so important. Okay. And I committed to the 2 hour a day, no matter what. Literally, no matter what. And I learned to master to get my income earning activities done in 2 hours a day. I still do. Sometimes it's 3 if I go live a little bit longer. But I still do, because I'm like, it's about getting your schedule so good. Structure equals freedom. And I was like, if I can get all my income earning activities done in 2 hours a day, that frees up the other 22 hours of my day to live my life, enjoy my family, learn more, get better, learn more, do what I want, right? It's freedom, because the automated system is out there working for me. So I learned to get really, 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 really good at that. So you guys, that's it. That is all I learned to master, is that it right there, is I learned to master, discover what my perfect customers want. How can I solve their problems? How can my content be so good that they want to learn from me? And so grateful every time somebody believed enough in me to give me their email. Like, that's it. And get really good with the 2 hour workday. And then allow everybody to be part of a community and part of something. And then my vision now, I'm going to create 1,000 6-figure income. There will be 1,000 6-figure income earners in my community. Trust me, I will not slow down until it happens. It's going to happen. Mostly after what we launch is really going to happen. Like, I'm telling you. And that's it, you guys. It's just those 5 things that I did. But I decided at the very beginning, I was going to follow this blueprint. I wasn't going to veer anywhere. I was just going to follow. I was going to get good. I was going to master these skills. I had somebody ask me on one of my pieces of content, how long does this course take? I'm like, man, I'm still going through it. I'm still learning and earning. I'm not even made it through my whole premium product yet, because I haven't wanted to learn that other stuff. I wanted to learn and implement so I could be earning at the exact same time. I've not even gone through it all yet. That's what I love about this. But I will tell you what the biggest pivotal moment for me was when I listened to that Art of Persuasive Influence training inside of our digital product. I don't know what it was about that. I don't know if it was I needed to hear that and I just received it well that day, but I was like, I got my money's worth from that. Because at that, I discovered it's not about the product. It's about me marketing and my perfect customers discovering me. And it's about me building an email list and me being able to take my customers on a journey for them to decide if they want to buy from me. Now, the fact that we have the ability to promote 4 products that are in the e-learning industry, which is the fastest growing industry on the planet. The e-learning industry does $1 billion a day, over $1 billion a day. It's projected to be $1 trillion industry. The fact that we get to promote products like that, I love. It baffles me when I hear people say, I mean, I just don't want to promote digital products. Well, what do you want to promote? I don't know. Like, I don't understand that, because I will tell you what, why be an affiliate for a product? Like, I could be an affiliate for this because I really like this lotion, but I might make $2. I still got to do the same amount of branding. I still got to do the same amount of marketing for $2. Or I can sell a digital product that's in very high demand, that thousands and thousands of people a day are looking in this industry to learn, and I can make $600. That's what I was like. It was a no-brainer for me. I'm like, are you kidding me? I can learn automations. I can learn how to build a business. I can build my email list and make 100% profit and pay directly into my bank account. Like, are you, this is real? Literally. And I'll never forget when my first sell came in, I'm like, that just happened. Because every day I'm grateful. I'm like, wow, I still can't believe this. It still blows my mind, automations. And that's what I'm telling you guys. You got to make the main thing the main thing. And I knew that. And the main thing for me was learn marketing. And the best way to learn marketing in today's digital world, just like we learn, and that is understanding who your perfect customers are and delivering value to them so they get to know you, because people will do business with people they know, like, and trust. I literally had a gal on my live, was it yesterday or the day before? She's like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad I discovered you. I'm getting ready to buy from Tim. Tim is so great. And you know, we're like talking about Tim, right? Why am I sharing that with you? And I asked her, and you know, we were just talking about Tim and said, well, guess why she wanted to buy from Tim? Because she was laid off too. And she just resonated with him. She was, I can't wait to be part of this community. Oh my gosh, you guys are so great. And she's like going off. And boom, I recognized her name from Tim. I'm like, yes, because she said she was going to go buy from Tim. That's what I'm telling you, you guys. Don't have that scarcity mindset that, oh, there's not enough people. Bull. People will buy from you if you share your story, if they know your vision, where you're going, if they can relate to you, they will buy from you. And that's what I love about what we get to do. Because I will tell you what, the moment you learn to build your email list and the moment you learn just to get really, really good with your message, your entire world will change. Literally, your entire world will change. I can promise you that. But that's all I did. I wish I could make it harder than that. I just made the main thing the main thing. I focused on my marketing. I focused on building my email list. And I focused on making sure I provided the best community. And I feel we have the best community in digital marketing, hands down. So what I want to do now is just open up for questions real quick here. I want to know though, real quick in the chat, did anybody have any aha moments? Anybody? Does anybody feel like they're making this way too hard? Yeah. Awesome. Okay, Emily, you have a question?
Yes. So I just have it's very simple. So I'm getting more leads, so I know I'm on the right path. My videos are getting more views, more likes, so they're getting engagement, but not as much comment. So is that like my message isn't getting fully across? Do I need to tweak that a little bit? I'm just trying to figure out where I'm missing in my videos that like nobody's not as I mean there's people commenting, but I want to step it up. I'm
Right.
doing interviewing in the community throughout this week to get that as content, but I'm trying to also look at my videos personally.
Yeah. So this is how what I always gauged, right? So I always gauge the fact if I was not getting a lot of comments, they're not
Mhm.
making it to the end of my video
Okay.
to hear the CTA.
Yeah.
So that's when I made a pivot for a while. And I still work with this all the time. And that pivot for me was, okay, let me shorten the videos, give them
Mhm.
what they want. And so that's when
Okay.
I took my videos down to like 1 minute, 45 seconds, and 5 seconds. And that was
Okay.
huge because all of a sudden people would make it to the end. And I was like,
Yeah.
okay, I just got to, then now that, I have more content out there, I can make my
Mhm.
videos longer. So what I would do if I was you, I would take one video a day and make it like 45 seconds to 50 seconds. Just test it.
Okay. That's easy. Okay, I can do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Uh-huh. Good question. Christine?
Get my mouse working and get it in the right spot. Nichelle, and everybody that's listening, you guys have no idea how fabulous you are. Um, you're just wonderful. I've never met anybody who is a teacher like you are, and you tell it like it is, and I really appreciate that. Okay, that said,
And
I'm not gonna cry.
congratulations on you getting a customer while you were at church. That is so awesome.
That's a
Awesome.
subliminal message.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
Michelle, I am all in. I have said all in from the very beginning, and I was scared to death of TikTok. So, do you know what I did? I read the entire terms of use for TikTok. So, I have a message for people. If you are asking questions about TikTok and wondering why you're getting kicked off TikTok and losing your accounts, read your terms of use.
Good
I
point. I love it.
Yeah, it's right in there. I copied a paragraph. Somebody was asking what the age limit was. I copied the paragraph out of the terms of use, put it in the comments in the community. So you guys can read. It's 13. But now here's what's happening. I went live in the 1st of January. It took me 4 months to get the courage up to go live, but I'm doing them 6 days a week and I'm doing them for about an hour and a half. Okay. My sales started up again once I started doing TikTok lives. So
Yes.
you guys, you need to do TikTok lives. Mine aren't perfect yet. I'm doing them. I'm going to be 75 next month, you guys.
So
And
awesome.
I'm doing this, right? And the reason I'm doing it is I'm trying to get a message out to seniors because the pensions in Canada, the average pension in Canada is $1,200 a month. The average rent of a one bedroom in Canada is $2,000 a month.
Wow.
Yeah, so they need to supplement. So my goal is to catch seniors before they become seniors in
Yes.
their 50s, catch people when they're in their 50s so they can backstop themselves and have something, a nest egg for when they retire. Because we've got, like my husband and I both, two $1,200 pensions. That's $2,400. 2,000 of that goes to rent.
Yeah.
What are you gonna eat?
Yeah.
How,
And
and it
remember,
costs to buy in here in Alberta for two people, 1 month's supply of groceries is about $800 of just basics, not buying extras.
wow.
So 10 years ago, it was $300, 250 to $300.
Hmm.
So people, I just, so my question is, sorry, I get a little bit verbose sometimes. And my lives are rubbing off on me, so they come across wherever I talk.
I
Um,
love it.
but here's my question is, what would you suggest? Because I'm all on TikTok and LinkedIn and email.
Mhm.
And every single person that's come onto in my personal community has come through my email list. My
Mhm.
email list was built through LinkedIn because I
Mhm.
had a list when I came.
Mhm.
And there are new people adding to it all the time through the community. And I check those stats every day. So I'm trying to figure out what more I can do to reach my target audience because I'm talking about the seniors in all my lives and in my videos. And is it maybe I need to see if, but it's really hard on TikTok to see how old they are.
Mhm. Yeah. So, but how long have you been going live consistently?
I'm just starting my 6th week doing
Yeah.
6 days a week.
I didn't really notice like a huge movement with my lives for 90 days.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm getting some
March.
really
March
good
is when I
responses.
noticed.
I'm
So,
getting some really good help from the guys that run the lives.
mm-hmm.
They
Mm-hmm.
come in and they comment and they say, you need to do more of this, less of this, that kind of thing. That
Nice.
helps.
Yes.
But they don't know my target audience either,
Mm-hmm.
really, because I'm
Mhm.
trying to target those 50-year-olds, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Before they become homeless. Because 15%, 15% of people in Edmonton, just north of us here, 15% of people 55 plus are homeless
And
in
that's sad.
Edmonton.
Yeah. Sad and scary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to
That
catch
is.
them before they're homeless.
Yes. Yeah, that I mean it did. It was more, and so what I focused on when I started going live at the beginning was two things. And that was I want to get to know my audience better and I want to communicate better with my audience. And I want like if I can see that I'm getting like the same question over and over and over again, I'm going to create content over that because that is what needs to be done. And then you can add that to your automations. But then it seemed like after 90 days, I kind of started to get a following on TikTok. Now it's insane, right? Because like when I was gone for that mastermind I was at in December, when I was off, I had people messaging me or emailing me going, "Are you okay?" Yeah, and they're not in the community. They were just my
Yeah.
following. Are you okay? You haven't
Yeah.
gone live for 2 days. And so you'll get that. And the moment you get that, like everything changes, but it has to be building it up. But yeah, just keep on doing what you're doing because the
Oh,
algorithms are helping you, right? And so two hot tips I'm going to give you is just, yeah, show up consistently,
mhm.
but block fast. If you see people getting on there and they're not your perfect customer, just block them because you're
What?
just helping the algorithms find more of your perfect customer.
Okay, I got one last little question.
Mhm.
How do I get rid of all the guys on there? Like
Block,
they're driving me nuts.
block
And
fast.
well, Kevin said don't block.
Well, I block.
Okay.
I mean, I've never had, I mean, because if not, if you're not, they're going to swallow up your lives.
Yeah.
I block. I don't
Uh,
mute, I block. I can't because I can't mute and then go back to it. I just block. I've never had any issues. Like,
okay.
I just don't say anything, right? So I don't really
Mhm.
think, yeah, I just block.
Oh, I
Because I
told
think
one guy I'm
sometimes,
sick and tired of being hit on.
yes, it is. But I had that how I stopped that. But I think maybe, it's where I guess that's the advantage of having 54 fake accounts because if I block somebody and they go search my name, they don't know which one it was. So maybe that's why I don't have
Yeah.
an issue.
Yeah.
But I block because that's it.
Mhm.
Because you can ask Heather, she was on my live one time and I didn't block, and all of a sudden more of them popped in. More of them. I was like, about got off the live and I was like, just block him. And I went in and blocked him without him even knowing. And then it went away and my algorithms got fixed. So
Okay.
yeah, try
Okay.
it.
Well, I've blocked about 40 of them in the last 2 days.
Yep, I do. I just block fast and then I don't have that problem at all anymore. Every once in a
Well,
while I'll
thank
get
you.
it and then I'll just go in and I'll just block him without him even knowing it.
Thank you so much.
So yeah, you're welcome. And congratulations on your customer. I love that. Loved seeing that. Yeah. All right, Pam. Yeah, you can block during the live. Just click on their name and then you'll see where you can block them or mute them. If I do have somebody getting lippy on my live, like they're really lippy, I will just mute them because I can tell they can be dangerous. I will mute them and then I will screenshot it so I can go back later and block them. But other than that, I like if I see people getting on and saying weird things, I just start blocking them and they don't even know it typically. So yeah. All
Hi,
right.
Michelle. Can
Yes,
you hear me?
I can. Yes.
Oh, good. Okay. I never know if this is going to work right or not. So thank you for addressing that about the men. I think that's what's messing up my algorithms.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, well, do I need to block this guy or what? When they start acting like they want a relationship, they're out of there. But
Yep.
I'm like, if you want to buy, okay. And I always send them my link. So, but I think that's really because that's really my biggest thing is I've been trying to work it just like the blueprint, and I'm just not getting any emails. I'm getting followers, and it kind of up and down. Sometimes I think my faceless ones do bigger than my big mouth. I don't know, but anyway, so I just kind of at that point where I was like what you said is I see where they're dropping off, and so I'm starting to just do shorter videos,
Mm-hmm.
and then but I do okay with lives, but I'm not getting a whole like big bunch of people. It starts out about maybe 13,
Yet.
14, and
Add
then ends
yet.
up about one or two, but that's okay,
Yeah. Add yet,
I'm just getting
Pam.
it out. I'm just trying to get out there.
Yeah. But
But is there
add yet
something
to
else
that.
that I could do to get to improve my capturing of emails?
Yeah. Just remember, add yet to that. I'm not getting a lot yet. I'm not getting a lot of emails
Right.
yet, right? Add the word yet because if you guys add the word yet, that's positive and you're in play, right? You don't want to
Yeah.
freeze on that. So, I mean, what I would do it's you guys are always going to be testing. Like you're always going to be testing, just like TikTok is always testing. Like 1 month they had a delay when they pushed our videos out. 1 month they push. I mean, it's just like they're testing all the time, so you need to test as well. So what I would do is if you're not getting a lot of subscribers, make sure you're delivering value, in them that people want to learn more from you and just shorten your
Yeah.
videos.
Yeah.
Mhm,
Well,
just
I've been
shorten it.
taking notes on I saved that I solve thing. I put that up there and I did like you did. I tried to make some PowerPoints. So I
Mhm.
did because I have a tendency to get off track and go off a rabbit trail. But
Yes.
so that's helped, I think, a little bit too. But I'm just concerned I'm just not getting people to put their emails in there. A lot of people looking and going to the profile, but just not all the way.
Yep. Just that
So
is, like I said, that's just think about you bringing more value, right? So for
right.
example, let's say that you were at a school function and you were selling apple pies and nobody's coming to your table, and you're like, hey, do you want to try this apple pie? It's really, really good. And somebody tries it. Then all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, this is the best apple pie. But guess what? You are like, somebody liked my pie. And so the next person that comes by, you're more excited about pie and more people
Mm-hmm.
are going to come. It's the same thing with this. The moment you start seeing more people come in your automations, man, you're going to show up a little bit different with your content. It just
Okay.
happens, you guys. And so just
Okay.
keep on. And so that's what every day it's like, I'm just going to get 1% better today. I'm going to get
Yeah.
1% better today. And just focus
Well,
on that and it will happen.
that's what I said. I'm all in.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yep. Good for you. Good for you.
Thank
All
you.
right, Courtney,
Hi, can you hear me?
I can. Oh, hey, buddy.
Okay, so can you say hi? He can't hear you. I have headphones in.
Oh,
I wanted to talk a little bit about that 200 view jail that is going like viral right now. So for me personally, hold on, Bubs. Oh, okay. Let me take it off.
oh,
You still hear me?
yes. Uh-huh. Hey, buddy.
So for me, my ideal customer is moms around my age, so late 20s, early 30s, and
Mhm.
I was noticing a lot of them are posting about being stuck in the 200 view jail. So I did, one moment, Bubs. These headphones, I swear.
Okay, I can hear you. Yeah, you're good.
Okay, perfect. So I did a video and I was like, oh, I just started a new business and I really want to reach people and I hit 200 views. Oh man, like I'm stuck here too. But then immediately after, I did a video and said, I just want to let you know, like, I'm actually really proud of those 200 views, and said, like, why? And I noticed that between the two of them, those got a lot of traction because that's my market. And they didn't really interact with those. I noticed my views went up on them. Good job, Sam. Excuse me, but one moment. But my videos after that started getting more traction. So it's going viral. So I wanted to like tap into that, but I wanted to make it known that's not my goal. So it's just a tip if someone else is kind of looking around that market too. Don't focus on it, but if you do it, make sure you put a disclaimer right after it.
Yeah. Right.
So
right. Because then you're going to attract more than negative. So yeah, that was good that you did a disclaimer. Now, something that I would recommend, like when you guys have a video go like that, immediately go do a video that you pour a lot of value, you know, to your perfect customer, and have your story be in it. Like start that video, because if you have videos being pushed out, the algorithms are going to test a few of your other videos to see if they work just as good, right? Because they're like, oh, people are staying on the platform because she's good. Let's push a few more out. So make sure that next video or the next few videos is starting with your story, because stories, you know, facts tell, stories sell, right? We don't put our kids to bed at night and share them facts. We share them, you know, bedtime stories. So go do some of that and share your story, add value, and then invite them to check it out. Yeah, awesome. You have any other questions? No? Anything else?
I don't. It wouldn't let me unmute.
Okay.
I don't. Thank you.
Oh my, so is this or I don't know how you say your name. Orffea. I apologize.
It's Orphea.
Orphea, okay.
Yes.
I get so cautious about this because nobody says my daughter's name right, and I watch it frustrate her. So that's why I apologize.
I'm not frustrated by it. They just say it and I just correct them. And sometimes they say it, it sounds kind of cute, so I just let it slide. But hey everyone, hi Tim. I wanted to say to those who are talking about reaching their target audience, and one of the things I want to say to you, I don't think if I don't know if I was Tim's target audience per se, but he came up on my For You page, right, on TikTok. And I saw it, I went to it, I sent my email in, and of course, you know, I get the automated message from him. And afterwards, I came out of it, I went out, I didn't even follow him on TikTok or anything. I just said, let me just give this email marketing, not email marketing, this marketing this thing a try. Let me do some more research. And I did. And I found some other people who were selling the same thing, selling not the same product, but different products, because we know there are a lot of these that are out there. And you know what I did? I end up doing, and this is for the people who are worried about getting to their target audience. That's the reason why I'm sharing this story before I ask my question. Is when I saw their thing and I went and I gave them my email and I got their information and then I started something with them. You know what ended up happening? I got out of all of that. I went to TikTok and I searched high and low to find Tim. I didn't save I didn't put him in favorites. I didn't comment. I didn't like. I just went, I didn't even remember oh yeah. I went into my emails and I dug through my emails to find his name. And then I ended up deleted the first email that he sent to me. So I had to go in my trash and find Tim, and then went back on TikTok and went over there. So this is what I went through to get back to Tim, to sign up with Tim after searching and looking and reading and going to other people's profile and pages and giving them my email address. What is meant for you is for you. All you need to do is just keep going. That's what I'm saying. Keep going. Because I put Tim in the trash and I went and dug him out. I dug him out. You should have seen me. It was crazy.
I put Tim in the trash.
I dug him out.
I mean, he is an Eagles fan, so you know.
I polished him nicely, and I put him on a mantle. And then I'm like, "Damn, here's my money. I'm not even gonna think about it."
That is
Oh,
awesome. There's our
that's what
quote, guys. Let's just put
so
Tim in the trash.
so
Oh,
when you're
goodness.
there worried about, from a standpoint of someone who's looking on, when you're there worried about, oh, I'm getting low views, I'm not getting this, I'm not getting that, just remember there's a team member now that put Tim in the bin and went dumpster diving to find him after being introduced to so many other people who were selling the same marketing products from different, and I just went straight back and found him. And that's where I just stuck and messaged him and everything. But one of the things that I wanted to ask you was, I have done email marketing before, and I have an email list of 35,357
Oh, wow.
from
Okay.
from that.
Mhm.
Can I transfer that over to this?
No, but this is what you can do. So good question. I'm glad you asked that. If you transferred all that over and added it to your automations, they would totally shut your account down because that's spamming because people didn't get there. So what you need to do is you can add them to your system and then you can email them and invite them to go to these automations.
So add them to my system how?
You can just export them and then
Mhm.
you're gonna just add them to your list. And then you're going to need to send them an email and
Mhm.
then invite them into your funnel and
Oh, okay, okay.
let them subscribe. Then you're fine. Mhm.
Okay, all right. That was my major question. Another thing that I wanted to put out there, I've been doing social media on YouTube for 3 years, and it took me 3 years to get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Mhm.
And I had to keep going, and I felt down and I felt in the trash. A lot of times I feel like giving up. I've cried. This is all before this. And I'm
Mhm.
just saying this part of it to y'all. I did not give up. I kept going, and now I'm monetized on YouTube, and I'm
Yay.
able to get paid from YouTube off my videos. And I have a lot of people now who are dependent on me to give them information as to how to make income online. It took me 3 years. I'm from Jamaica. I'm living in Jamaica, and it took me 3 years. So if you're in the United States, you have a much wider platform to market to. And
Yes.
they're gonna push you a lot further to more people than they would push my content to, being in a small island, because this is how every single algorithm works. And if I sat down for 3 years trying to make it work, you can see it in some of my videos if you go watch. I cry in some of them. I break down. I sometimes I don't even cry on camera. I cry off camera. I'm like, why is this not working? Why am I not being pushed out? I'm trying everything. I'm doing everything. Why don't people see me? Why are they seeing these people? And these people are putting out garbage. Their quality is not good, and they're getting recognition. What is wrong with me? These are all things that I've
Yes.
battled with for 3 years. And now today I'm monetized on YouTube just by not giving up. So for everyone who is saying I go live on TikTok and I only get guys who are hitting on me, I only get this, I only get that, just keep going. You get a guy hitting on you, okay, you like me, you want my number? Sign up for this. As soon as I see you in this funnel, you get straight access to me. Like that's how I do it. Like you want access to me? Sign up. You'll see me every single day once you sign up for this package. You know, that's how I take those and I flip it back at them, because the
Oh, that's
moment you
awesome.
throw money at some of these people to put money onto you or to invest into you, they disappear.
Yes.
So you'll attract the ones you're supposed to attract, and you will get rid of the ones you're supposed to get rid of. That's all I had to say. Thank you guys so much. I'm so happy to be a part of this team, and I'm looking forward to working with y'all.
Awesome. We're here. And I think Tim has something to say.
Okay.
Yeah,
Where's
you gotta
Tim?
unmute. Tim, unmute. There you go.
There we go. Hey, I just want to say thank you for pulling my happy you know what out of the trash. And I'm so proud of you. I'm telling you, I am so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. What you just did for everyone in this community, I guarantee Michelle can tell you See, I had the commitment I was never going to let this fail. I was not going to go away. And what you did for me just inspired me to sit there and know that I'm going to hit 2,500 people. I'm going to hit the $100,000 mark this week without a shadow of a doubt. And I got 2 PayPals came in just now. I was sitting here. I had 2 on my live this morning because of the mindset. If you don't understand, just be clear. Just be clear on this. You just inspired so many people, young lady, and I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you coming in our lives because there's people that need you. Michelle, I purchased from Michelle. Michelle wasn't like, I just saw a video, okay? I'm just proud of you. I know I don't want to ramble, but I'm just proud of you. I'll probably be known as a trash man for a while, but so
No,
proud.
there's
So
no way you can be known as a trash man. There's no way when somebody dove into the trash to dig you back out. And guys, the video that I watched for Tim, this is the video that I watched. He just told us in that video that he was laid off. And funnily enough, the next day, the job that I was doing before, I got laid off from that.
wow.
So when I saw your video, I wasn't even laid off yet. He just told us he got laid off, and if you wanted to change your life, just go ahead and put a comment in the comment section saying that I'm ready or something like that. I don't remember if it was I'm ready or something, but it was a short video. It didn't give a whole bunch of information. It was just that. That's all he did. And my curiosity just went, and I went there. And so this is what I'm saying. What is meant for you is meant for you, and it will reach you. Because I could have gone with this person named Kelly G. She's also doing the whole online marketing thing with a 6-figure income thing. I went and I checked her thing out. Hers was the first one I saw. I saw a couple more before I went to Tim. I saw like 6 of them before I saw Tim. And I saw like 10 dozen after I saw Tim. And I looked at everyone, went through everything, and then something just said, find Tim. And I just found Tim. Like, it would have been so easy to just go with one of those people because they're right in front of me, but I didn't. I went for Tim. So if Tim could have been like thrown to the back of my mind, and then all of a sudden he's back in the forefront of my mind, and I go and I purchase with him, I'm telling you guys, do not worry, do not give up, because you're gonna be in someone's trash and you don't even know that you just thought they saw you out of the blue and signed up with you. No, some passed you a long time ago and went back and found you. And if you ever knew what I went through to find Tim's information again, you'd have been amazed. You'd be like, really? You went through all of that for someone you know nothing about, that gave you no information on nothing at all? I did it. I don't know why, but I just did it. And here I am now with Tim.
That's so
Tim, you're a
awesome.
shiny mantle to me.
Wow, that's so awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that. Because yeah, it's you guys, again, if somebody wants it bad enough, they'll even take you out of the trash after they put you in the trash. So love it, love it, love it. I love your energy, by the way. I can't wait to celebrate and watch your success. So thank you for sharing. All right, Jody. You should be able to unmute. Yeah, you're still muted.
You hear me now?
Yes.
Hello?
Yeah, Jody, I heard you, but you look like you're still muted. If you're on your computer, it's at the very left corner, and you can unmute.
Yes.
Yeah.
It says on.
Okay, you're cutting out really bad. Oh, she froze? Okay. Well, we'll come back to you. Jody, can you talk again? Try it one more time. I think you froze.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, there you go. Kind of. Let's try.
Okay. So mine's not a question. It's just, I finally got email tag campaign thing all fixed. And the system I finally got back to me this.
Okay, this is not
And-
okay, hold on. This is not for tech. Okay, the tech one is tonight.
No, I just wanted to. Right, I don't have any tech question.
Okay, you're cutting out really bad. Like we hear like every third word. So what was your question? I'll try to see if I can figure it out. Oh,
Telling my triumph that
I'm sorry, what? You're froze. Okay. Yeah. Okay. David, we'll go to you, my friend.
Yeah, can you hear me okay?
I can hear you perfect.
Great. I'll be really brief. And this is just, I had two aha moments that happened in the last day. I'm just starting out basically doing this, and I've been in the process of getting my automation set up. And then, with, I just got, my new website from IPS.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to redo my emails. But two things that are really important that I had to discover. Myself, and I think everyone needs to be able to devote the 2 hours a day, whether you're just getting started or even if you've been in it a while. I find that that is really super important for me, to dedicate that time, to build this. And I've been a little bit slow because I'm coming off of surgery to my hands that I had in December, and I'm also starting a new job. But anyway, the 2 hours a day is so important, and follow the
Yep.
steps, follow the videos, in the
Mhm.
order that you're supposed to. And it'll be so much better and so much easier because we've got this whole community to help guide us and train us. And it's so important to do that. The second thing is, I struggled a bit with, what what do I have to say, to people, and finally, if I had bothered to go through the steps in order, which I didn't at first, um, my story is enough.
It is.
Um,
Mhm.
and, I just turned 62 years old, and several years ago, I had lost all the money that I had saved for retirement through a really bad investment, and also, loaning money to people that, you know, flat out to friends, flat out refused to pay me back. So, it was a tragic thing to have all that happen, in early 2020, and I'm still working on, you know, getting caught up and all that. But, just, you know, some of the things I've gone through the last couple of years, makes, I think people can relate to that, because I know there's lots of people who are struggling out there who, had tragic financial things happen to them. And, this would be the perfect thing to tell them, what happened to me. And then, I think people can relate to that. So the two things, dedicate the time, and, just tell your story. And you don't have to be any big marketing genius or have a huge success, in order to start out. And that's where I am. So obviously, I have a lot of work to do, ahead of me. But again, it's dedicating that time every day.
Yeah. Did you have a question, David, or?
No, I just
Oh,
wanted to
okay.
share my aha moments.
Okay,
And
perfect. Thank
that's all I
you.
have.
All right, guys,
So
I don't
thanks
have
so
a lot
much.
more time. So if you guys have want to get to your questions real quick, because I'm gonna try to get to as many as I can. So Lainey, you can go next.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank
Uh-huh.
you. It's my first time talking to you from South
Yay.
Africa.
Yes, welcome.
And I'm very excited to be here. Thank you. And I just wanted to, firstly, I'm sure I'm speaking for everyone, just thank you personally for all your guidance and mentorship. So I've got an inactive sponsor. And, I did the thing that I'm sure so many of us do, where you reach out to people that you see have success and you say, please, can you mentor me? Please, can you mentor me? And you kind of think that's what's going to be your success. And it kind of went in a dead end on all places. And I listened to one of your lives and one of your mentorings, and you said, just focus, plug in. And I put my head down, and that's what I did. And, this community has absolutely saved me. It's put my focus there. I've just plugged into you every day. I've been really good with my content, not so consistent with my lives, because I do have a full-time job and family at home and stuff. So I'm not 100% with my lives yet, but I've taken notes of what you said tonight. And Althea, I also want to say thank you for your message, because that was really, really so spot on. Because you see engagement happening, you see the leads coming in, but then you just feel, okay, now what type of thing, and it's just not happening. So I think I had a video that went viral recently. It was really bad luck. It was at the time when System.io blocked our domain. So I freaked out. But anyway, I managed my mindset. I had you singing in my ears. And I literally just handled it manually until it all got sorted out. But I got a lot of leads in through that. So I think my question now is to you, and one of the things you answered today, where you said you've got to actually look at what performed well in your TikTok and then also put that into your automation. So I've actually started doing that today, because I realized that the automations were too generic. But I guess my question is, like, once those leads are in, what is typical, like I'm looking at open rates versus what you're saying, what a good open rate is, and, the 1 to 20 ratio and all of that. What is typically the time people would spend in that funnel? So, if
Well,
you've
here's
got,
what I would focus on right now. I wouldn't focus on those right now. This is what I would focus on. Do you have 100 people in your funnel yet?
yeah, more,
Okay.
much more. But
So what I would do
yeah.
is I would go, because you had a video kind of get pushed out there, right? So you probably have more followers. So I would go create a video on TikTok right now, and I would introduce yourself. Hey, thank you guys. You're brand new to me. Thank you for trusting in me and following in me, and share your story, right? And just share your story. No CTA, just share your story, and then take the video, go inside your system and create a newsletter and send that, thanking them for following you. Here's a little video of my story to get to know you better. And, and please reply to this email with some questions or concerns that you have. My only goal with this email is to answer any questions or concerns you have. I look forward to hearing from you. And that's it. Now, here's what's going to happen. You're going to build that relationship. People do business with people they know, like, and trust. Connection equals currency. You're going to connect with them, but here's the other thing you're going to do. If they reply back, then you reply back. You have literally got more credibility in the email automation gods. And because all of the email subscribers or all the email providers are going to be like, that was an automation, and it was so good that people replied back to it, and she is so good, she replied back. So this is going to help pushing your emails out into people's main inbox, which means your numbers are going to go up better, which means the 1 out of 20 is going to increase. So that's what I would do.
Okay. That's awesome advice. Thank you. I must say, I did have a lot of engagement, a lot of people asking questions, because the video that went viral was in Afrikaans, and lots of people were coming back and asking questions in Afrikaans. So, but I love that suggestion. Thank you. I'm going to give it a try.
Awesome. You're welcome. And we're glad you're here. And this is, again, the power of community, right? Because when the person that, buys from you goes down a different road, that's what a community's for. Like, I don't even know what the person, I bought from is doing now. And so we're grateful that you are here, and we can't wait to watch you be so successful. You got this.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Mel, you can unmute.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello.
Hello. Sorry, it's just dark here. I'm with my son in bed. Um, okay, so my question is going to be if I got to the right conclusion, but I'm going to share quickly what happened to my TikTok and my content. So my dream customer are single moms, single parents, because I'm a single mom. I have 3 kids, and I work like crazy as a sous chef in a gastropub, and I work like 50 plus hours a week. And I also have some clients as a virtual assistant, and I have no time to be with my kids. I'm recently separated. And this for me is literally killing me. Yeah, so that's the story. And I struggle with not being able to be with them, etc. So I'm creating content on this, talking about this. I'm telling this story. I'm sharing how hard it is. And I'm inviting them, if they want to, be financially independent, if they want to have an online business so they can, quit their job, their long hours and spend time with their kids, etc. But eventually I reply to one comment, like one of many people doing the community, oh, thank you for commenting on my video, da, 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 da. And they were asking if you would work in Nigeria, where they are from. And I was saying, as long as you can get paid, and if you have a PayPal account, and this video got lots of comments, like for me it's lots of comments, like almost 50 comments, people saying they were interested. But then they start coming to my automations, and eventually I got 2 emails that made me realize they were totally not my perfect customers. One was one guy saying, I'm a single man, I'm looking for a wife. I'm like,
yeah, you
okay.
just gotta, what do you do? And I gotta go because I have somebody that just drove up. My point is, what you do on those situations, if you get people like that in your automations, you guys, you got to go into your automations and delete them. Don't let them stay in your email, because they can, if you don't reply back, they can like report you as spam. And so if you get people replying to you guys and it's cringy, go into your system and make sure you are deleting them, because if not, they can make you be spam. So
okay, and then I start blocking them, all of them, because they
listen,
start showing
I'm really
more and more.
sorry, I got to go.
Okay.
Like, I have somebody here and they're supposed to be here at 2:30 and it's 2:26 and they're getting ready to knock on my door. I feel really bad.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah, but yeah, just block fast. Like that's my best advice. Block fast. And when, in your email, if you just take them out of your email.
Okay.
So sorry, guys. I know I got somebody here. On a little bit longer than I thought would be today. Hope this helped. Hopefully you guys realize you can also do these steps, but thank you guys so much. Bye.